Jeffrey Dahmer soaked in blood. The Unabomber blowing up. Waco, Texas and Heaven's Gates. Alien modified men from apes. Hitler faked his death and then escaped. Bigfoot and the Mothman. Son of Sam talking to dogs again. Witches, ghosts and goblins. Mysterious noise and hauntings. Dark arts and the skull and bones. Most celebrities are probably cloned. So when you're feeling all alone, grab a beer and get stoned. I welcome you to the podcast Strange Brew. We're here to entertain you. We're here to entertain you.
It's about to get strange.
I went to the doctor today.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said my DNA was backwards. I was like, and?
I don't get it.
Okay.
It's backwards and? Oh, that's stupid. That's so stupid. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, so to pick it up from last week, so to speak, when we talked about the sexual alien encounters, we're going to talk about the alien hybrid children community. The community, the alien hybrid children.
Oh, yeah, those are real, right?
Yeah, everything's real, I say.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay.
A lot of women claim to have sex with ghosts. Their stories are strange, but some women take the oddity a few steps further. In fact, certain women purportedly have intercourse with aliens, as we discussed on the last episode. And
Because they're fucking lonely. They're too fat for humans.
after they abducted by aliens, of course. So you're drinking Canadian. I got some Conor McGregor Proper 12 whiskey.
I got some downstairs, too. Why do I feel like he's going to lose?
I know if he loses again, that's gonna be fucking weird, bro. Because how does he keep losing always to Poirier? He won the first time, right?
Yeah, but he's only won one fight since Obama's been in office.
What? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Huh. That was like a long time ago. Yeah.
It was like 2 years ago he won a fight, and that was the last one he won.
Okay, so many of these women join together too, and their alien sex stories unite them. They're all around like having coffee probably more likely like wine, and they're like, Susan, did I tell you about Galactica? He fucked my brains out.
Galactica.
But like I think that's it's really funny. That's like imagine how women bitch about their husbands.
Oh,
And
I bet that was a planet. I bet clitoris was a planet. And
yeah,
that's where everybody came.
Is that no pun intended?
No. Stupid.
It's hard to believe that aliens exist. Not for me. It's even harder to imagine dozens of half-breed alien babies running around. The hybrid children community insists that things like this do occur. The hybrid children alien community? The hybrid children community. I guess that's what it's called.
So you're saying that the aliens are telling you that aliens are real. That's technically what you just said.
I said, it's hard to believe that aliens exist. It's even harder to imagine a dozen of these weird hybrid children. Yeah, I know,
but then you said the hybrid children were the ones saying that they're real.
The hybrid children, the community. It's like a Facebook group, and they're all gather around, and they're like,
you know what? I do have really big eyes. I do have really long
Oh, yeah,
fingers.
I guess you could be like, yeah, I'm weird looking. I'm probably an alien hybrid. I'm going to join the
I don't think
community.
I'm human.
All of the hybrid children will soon come to Earth. Hybrid children community members believe that there are alien sired offspring live on spaceships. So they put them in like test tube, bottles and shook them up, and then they turned green, and then they made a baby.
Facts.
The mothers don't raise the respective children, but they don't mind. In fact, believers that the kids will come to live on Earth in the future, the mixed species of offspring will then assimilate into human culture, eventually helping the race ascend to a higher frequency. Or they'll slowly take over.
It's the biggest cop-out for people that got pregnant and regretted getting pregnant. It's like fucking Planned Parenthood, but the Planned Parenthood's Earth.
She's like, the aliens took my baby away. Meanwhile, she like threw herself down the stairs when she was like 7 months pregnant.
The aliens didn't mind not keeping the babies.
No, but it's like it's almost like the women don't mind. They're like, whatever. Like they will be better.
He's probably ugly anyway.
It'll be better if they stay with the aliens. And yeah, they're gonna come down to Earth and help our ascension. With all the alien stuff, it's so weird because it's just almost like Dungeons and Dragons game because there's so many different variables, but you don't know which one is actually true because you'll never know until you die and shit. So there's so many like different. Oh, are they gonna come here and they're gonna help us, or are they gonna fucking kill us and take over? And all of a sudden, there'll be a bunch of Billies walking around with their eyes wide open.
That'd be really hot. I might go gay if that happens.
Okay. In 2014.
Because we all know that's a choice.
Is it? Is gender a choice?
I'm just poking buttons.
All right. So, oh god. So in 2014, we're gonna call them the HCC, the Hybrid Children Community. Actually estimates that the first group of hybrid children will come to Earth in 5 to 15 years. That's a big span there, people. 5 to 15 years.
That's how you get away with not being called a liar. You do a big enough span. Like I honestly, I guarantee you, I am actually psychic. I was going to tell you the other day, I'm going to die within like 2 hours to 40 years for 80 years from now.
That's so pinpoint.
2 hours to 80 years.
That's so pinpoint, man. You're so
well, I know
good
it.
at
I saw it. I saw it.
Okay.
I could probably go work in Toronto.
We're gonna bring you to a psychic, and we're gonna do it while you're on mushrooms. And it's like your mind blows up.
Fuck that! I'll be like offering up all this fucking information, not even thinking about it.
That's true.
She'll be like, "What's your name?" I'll be like, "Billy." She's like, "Hi, Billy." I'll be like, "How did you know my name?"
How did you know that? In interviews with the hybrid child community, co-founder Bridget Nielsen. Oh, you know how we talked to her and member Aluna Verse. We talked about these chicks on the last episode. So they're like the ones that like run this shit.
Oh,
that's fucking weird.
Yeah, I remember that.
So they happily recount their intimate alien encounters. Both women have claimed the same claims that they've had sex with aliens. Lizard-like aliens abduct them and take them aboard their spaceships. Nielsen claims that the sex was, as I said last episode, super primal and super raw. Apparently,
that's hot. That's actually really hot. I like it.
Yeah, Billy. All week, Billy's been looking up alien porn, and he's just kept watching the American Dad one.
I like the. I like the primal. I like the like. To be fair, Jiffy lube should never have been a thing because if you need to use lube, you're not doing it right.
No, you spit on it, man. Use your natural lubricant.
You don't even need to spit. Make it wet. And then you're doing it right.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You don't just shove it in fucking raw dog in it.
Yeah. Anything primal, you don't need lube.
Apparently, it's the best sex she ever had. Allegedly, she had 10 hybrid children thanks to the fucking. So, and then in a lieu of verse.
Yeah, what does her vagina look like now? Like, are they bigger babies, you think?
I don't know.
Probably.
Or they're like,
they're probably coming out like 45 pounders.
Yeah, it's like I feel like a reptilian. It would be a big, crazy looking baby, but like with the grays, I just feel like it'd be this little miniature baby. Because it'll be grays that have like a big head, which would hurt. It'd probably hurt to push it out. But supposedly they like take it out like energetically and shit, like which is so weird. Or because that's what some people have claimed that they're just like using some sort of technology just to take the seed out of the woman without her even knowing.
Which means
Sounds
it was never in there.
Yeah. So, Verse, the other chick, she claimed her sexual encounter happened in the classroom environment. Like we said, many people watched, and she claims 3 hybrid children. 3 of them.
3 of them.
3 of them.
That's a lot. That's still a lot of hybrid children. My one girlfriend was pregnant with a centaur once.
Why?
Facts. Because she was a bull and half human.
Yeah, she was she was like a half dog because then she'd be a bitch. Whatever.
Yeah,
that's stupid.
That was her
joke.
Stupid. That was stupid.
Hybrid children community members believe that their hybrid children live in a different frequency, in another dimension. So
you believe that your hybrid children are even fucking real, you psychotic fuck.
It could exist, Billy. Anything is possible. You never know.
You're right. It's very fucking certain that it's not.
I've seen some hybrid children, man. Your mom claimed to get abducted in Mexico, and then a bunch of horny alien Mexicans fucked her.
Probably. Makes sense.
And then you were born. Since the children are totally inaccessible, like they're not in a place that they can actually access, right? So the communication occurs primarily through dreams. So they have dreams about their crazy looking hybrid children.
Oh, that's why they believe it, because they dreamt it.
Yeah.
Those are facts.
I had a dream.
When you dream something, it's like known to 100% all the time be 100% truth.
So I have had a lot of crazy things in my life happen.
Yeah, all facts.
All right, so since the human parents teach their descendants about the human race during these dream sessions, so they're these, which is like the alien parents or the human parents, they're now in this community and they're like, now meditate with me and think about your hybrid baby. Think about it. Are you in touch with Jim Galacto? I keep thinking of like an alien name. I keep going to Galacto.
You should just be clitoris always. I like that one.
Yeah, that could be now. Soon we'll probably see names like that, man.
Clitoris.
People are naming their kids like Storm and Rain and fucking.
Hippies were doing that forever.
Yeah, I know. This is a rock.
Yeah,
Rock.
but
that sounds like a good name.
To be fair, hippie babies also got abandoned, so they didn't know their name when got adopted, so they just got a new name. Now they're like Jacob or something.
Is that a fax? Is that facts, man? I guess some of the drug addict ass, but a lot of these hippies out there, and I want to do an episode against.
A lot of the hippies have children that got given
I want to have an episode kind of going against talking about the hippie movement in the 60s, because the hippies didn't do shit to change anything.
They were horrible.
Those people that were hippies and just like smoking weed, free sex, free love, we're going to change the world, stop the war in Vietnam. And then they grew up and they all became fucking accountants and bankers, wore suits, and became the generation.
Well, hell, even when they were being hippies, like they weren't doing anything. They're doing kind of like what we're doing now. They're just like, yeah, like
let's
talk
change
about
something.
it, but I don't care about actually doing anything about it.
There's protests happening all around the world, Billy. London, England is gonna dump the lizard queen over the edge.
No, what I meant is you. not everybody else. I meant like
me?
you.
That I give awareness. I give awareness to all the people and make sure they know what's going on, because a lot of people do not know what's going on. The first step to awakening is awareness, Billy.
Do you know what awareness means?
To be aware of everything.
I'm too scared to do anything else but talk about it, so I'm just going to talk about it.
Why? I've done stuff my whole life. I've made music about it. I've talked about it. That's how you get the more people.
That's all you've done is talk about it.
Yeah, that's the point. Everything you interact with, you wake people up. The more people I've talked to and the people I know.
Have you started protests and stuff?
I will now that
I'm
moved. I've been moving this whole time, so yeah, I haven't been able to
I met
give
in
up
the
to
past
Toronto.
10 years.
Yeah, I
You've been moving
protest.
for 10 years?
I protested a lot of things, man. You didn't see me
I
in
like how
all
easy it
those
is
pictures.
to piss them off.
You didn't see me in all those pictures, man. You didn't see me. So you didn't see me
I
in Iraq
did.
when I was in Iraq and I was fighting against the militia. You didn't see that.
Oh, I thought that was you. I wasn't sure.
All right, so
it's like there's no way. I just did a podcast with them last week.
Just like
was already over there.
photoshopped it in and then put it on a fake website, because people do that shit too. We're like, I was watching a video of someone that like they pretty much convinced people and triggered them by making this post, and someone's like, that post isn't real. Wait. Is that a post real? And they're like going back and forth and like
they're pissing it out. Yeah.
So the teachings of Bashar are referenced throughout the Hybrid Children Community website. The HCC members insist that they are not affiliated with this being, but they do provide a link to his website. Supposedly Bashar insists people with their journey towards a higher frequency. He also has answers of the questions about the hybrid children. Good old Bashtar. There is a lot of tar. There's like some people that believe in this guy named Ashtar, and that he's like this.
Wasn't that like an old
being.
Greek thing though? Wasn't that like a Greek thing?
What, that name? No, there was like
Julius having
Caesar.
tar in the end.
Name one person from Rome that you know has last name Tar.
Ashtar.
Retard.
Retard.
Fuck. So suppose, yeah.
No, I thought I could, like, those types of names I thought came from like Roman Greece.
No, it was like Julius Caesar and Augustus.
Well, that's
Joseph.
two people from there. I'm just talking about that acronym, like kind of like deep is an Indian last. I thought the tar came from.
Yeah.
I think I'm right. I really think I'm right.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I don't
too.
know why I know that, but I think I'm right.
You might be right. So he claims, Bashtar claims to be a multi-dimensional being channeled by Daryl Anka. So if channeling is when people think that they're talking to an alien, which who knows? I always say you gotta question everything, but most of these people, I don't know. It's very there's that one woman and she can like change her voice changes drastically, but also you could just be a really good actor. But they think that they're channeling aliens into their bodies and they're talking through them. Yeah, so they believe that they're accessing these children to their dreams. And mothers can also tune into their hybrid children frequencies by coloring a symbol. It's a swastika. Come with me, hybrid children. Or it's just a circle.
I was thinking a pentagram or something like that.
Yeah,
Probably.
summoning Satan. Triangle must be drawn with another upside down triangle inside of it.
Illuminati.
So it's a triangle with inside of a triangle.
Yeah, it's Illuminati.
You know what I mean, though, right? It's like this, and then inside of it, it's the other way.
I wanted to start my own movement. It's called Illumiclean.
And what do you do?
I don't know. I got as far as the name because I just wanted to be opposite.
Well, because they're naughty. They're naughty when they drink the children's blood and enforce us to pay taxes.
And I'm a lumen clean. I'm like Mr. Clean. So, like bright, shiny, ray of sunshine.
So yeah, and this Bashtar guy saying when he's channeled by Daryl Anki, the being can travel in time too, and the hybrid children community claims that Bashtar is a part of an alien race that breeds with humans. They get down and dirty with the humans.
Probably.
It does say in the Bible that the Nephilim came down and found the women so attractive after they created them. And then they came down, they found the women so attracted that they fucking seeded with the women of Earth.
Damn.
So it's weird that like there is drip-fed alien shit in the Bible. And the government is coming out and saying a lot of like, oh, just a little bit. It's like, well, we didn't know what the object was. Well, what was it? It's like, we'll tell you in June. Oh, no, well, wait, we'll tell you in October. We'll tell you then about the aliens.
Oh, you'll probably forget about it.
Yeah. We'll introduce a new virus and another variant, and then you'll be focused on that.
The fourth wave that hasn't even started, but they're already talking about. Go fuck yourself.
I know. They're like, there's talks about like them locking us down in the fucking fall again. Like, oh my God, this can't happen. This is where I'll actually protest, and I'll go in the snow and I'll fucking stomp around by myself with a sign. There was like 10 guys downtown Brantford.
It's the point that I'm going to stop wearing a fucking mask soon. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm
getting
over
there
it.
Too. I'm just going to say I'm exempt. I'm exempt.
I wasn't even going to be a dick, but this is getting ridiculous.
Yeah, it is getting ridiculous. I totally agree.
Like, I let it go. Like, even a year. Like, whatever. Shit is what it is. You got to wear a mask. Fucking get over it. I'm over it.
But and the thing is, everything they're telling you to do is science, like, says it's stupid. Like, the masks don't work against viruses. All these doctors have said that like, it's barely protection, but it makes people feel better.
That's not true.
That's 1,000% true. My mom's a nurse, and she even told me that.
Then why do surgeons wear masks?
Because that's for their saliva, so it doesn't drip down when they're like cutting or anything like that. Or it's not to do with their particles and their bacteria in their mouth.
Why do doctors, even if they're not cutting you open, wear masks?
Probably
Nurses wear masks when they're around old people all the time, even if they're not sick.
All right, whatever. Believe whatever narrative you want to, Billy.
I was like, that's always been what we've done, though.
And it's actually a thing of silence. And if there is many doctors, and these doctors are against each other,
I'm not saying
Fauci even said
I'm not saying for us. I don't care who said what. You're gonna believe whatever like agenda fits your beliefs, but like
Jesus, man, you've taken a turn on this podcast with your politics.
No.
Dude.
I'm fucking sick of you because you're pissing me off.
What? Because I speak the fucking truth and shit and say my opinion.
I understand, but like you got to look at like I get it. I'm totally on board, but like you can't nitpick things like masks don't work because yes, they do.
You've been brainwashed by the mainstream media, dude. Fauci in his emails admits that they're an aesthetic. A doctor was on Oprah in 2006. It said it was aesthetic. Live on television, the mainstream media telling you that, and then real doctors that have questioned all this shit said they do not work. They're worn in surgery rooms so their saliva doesn't drip down and nothing out of their mouth comes out onto somebody. A doctor said that.
even when they're not in surgery, it's so their saliva doesn't touch. That's what the mask is for. Is so you don't spit on people.
Yeah, just speaking moistly. Well, if someone can spit in my mouth, okay? Everyone spit in my mouth. I don't give a shit. I'll take all your bacteria. You're going to get sick. Yeah, I'll get. That's good. I'll be fine. I'll just be locked down for 2 weeks and I'll enjoy podcasting every day.
Well, like I said, even though at the end of the day, I was like, that's. Like, I get it, but like this is getting
I know.
Man.
Well, it's just going to keep going. Every winter, we're going to be locked down. You're not going to work for 4 months, and then you're going to be out in the street knocking on doors, getting your money, and then you're going to be locked down. Fucking, it's just fucking ridiculous. I hope they don't do it again in the winter because I think eventually people are just going to get so mad that they're going to be over it. You know what I mean?
Like I feel like everybody should already be there though. Like at what stage do you think that's actually going to happen?
Well, I was watching those videos and stuff of like them like now that Florida doesn't have masks. Well, they haven't had masks the whole time, but like New York, Texas, all these places are opening. I think even California is getting there, but they're still very, very restricted. But how in the States everyone's taking off their masks and stuff, and there's a guy filming, and he's like, "Sir, you can take off your mask. The pandemic, like they said, you don't have to wear it anymore. It's not mandatory." I hear you breathing into your mic. And he's like, pulls it down a little bit, and he's like, "I can take it off?" And he's like, "Yeah, you can take it off. You don't have to." And he's like, "Oh," like almost like he's just like what? I can breathe again. And then he's talking.
You know what's weird though? I got so used to it.
I never wore it though.
Yeah, at the first like 8 months, I was always like,
I know.
And now it's just like I can breathe fine with it now. It doesn't bother me one fucking bit.
It deprives oxygen. I barely try to wear mine at all unless I'm just jumping into a store. But
it's at the point. Yeah, I'm wearing mine for like sometimes 3 hours straight, and then I take it off for 20 minutes, and I wear it for like 2 hours straight, and I take it off for 10 minutes.
Let yourself breathe. You need full capacity oxygen. It's just lowering your oxygen rate. But it's just funny. And then they interview like these kids. And these kids are like, "Oh, it makes me feel better." Like these kids are like 18, 19 that have a very low chance of getting it or getting the impact that older people will. And they're like, "No, I like it now." It's my new. It's
the look. Yeah. Hey, though, but wasn't Japanese people doing that forever before?
Well, SARS.
Like that was like a trend.
No,
that was like it was a trend. It wasn't even like weird. For anything. It was just they had masses.
Germs. There's so many of us. So let's get back to the aliens. So in fact, this being also speaks about 5 alien races, Bashtar, and pretty much transcends many different realities. So he's like an ultra being. He's like fucking, I don't know, Mega Man or some shit from comic books.
Mega Man.
In Phoenix, Arizona, a strange phenomenon occurred. Hundreds of people in the Phoenix, New Mexico area saw large V formation of lights in the sky for the span of hours. I heard you breathing your mic again.
I don't care. Sorry, I get breathing heavy when I have a couple beers.
Fuck. So, and so those are those lights in Arizona. That's the famous Arizona lights. People saw all this weird shit in the sky, all these different lights, and they're making like V fucking patterns. It's like one of the more famous UFO spottings like in the world. You've probably heard about the Arizona lights, right? Yeah. Many people claim to see an extraterrestrial aircraft attached to these lights or behind the lights, but the Air Force Base claimed that an aircraft dropped flares, creating the movement in the light. Officials deny any alien activity. And it's just funny now because they always deny things, and then like it seems like now they're like, well, we kind of just said it wasn't real, but there's a lot of proof that it is. Like, because they do that now. Now they're like,
so we're sorry.
They didn't admit they were real. They're just fucking other aircrafts, and all of a sudden it's like, no, we don't really know what it is. It could be alien.
Didn't the fucking Swedish government? I fucking praise him. I think I talked about this before. Back when that crash happened about last year, and our government admitted it like 3-4 months ago. And then the Sweden government like
came out, right?
Immediately, after it happened, like way before we did, it went, look, this is what happened. Like, this is what I just got news of. Like, here you go, guys. And I was like, oh shit, good for you guys.
And it's kind of cool. And even like that guy, that Israeli defense minister, I think he's Israeli, and that guy that came out and kind of called Trump out for like not telling the citizens about what the alien stuff they discovered. And I guess they're like in Israel, they're kind of admitting stuff. Like the general admitted, like, yeah, we don't don't know what the fuck some of these objects are. They could be from outer space. They're definitely not things we've ever seen before. It's like some countries do come out more than others. Ours is not at all.
Yeah.
Hybrid children community members refute the Air Force, though. They said that the Phoenix Lights were actually just the spaceships that aliens flew. They flew around. According to the Hybrid Children website, there are 5 races of human and alien hybrids, not including the newest wave of the hybrid descendants. These 3 races are yet unnamed. They don't even know yet what these aliens are. Allegedly, the Shilingya, race. This is a race of beings. They're the Shilingya. I'm probably saying that we're butchering it, but I don't give a shit. It's a Shilingya.
I need to know the exact pronunciation so I can tell my friends about it.
All right, SHA.
No, I need to know you. I need you to pronounce it correctly to me.
Shilingya.
It sounds like a Street Fighter.
It does. It does actually.
Like that young Ling.
Shilingya. Shilingya. They're the Shilingya race. So I'm assuming
I don't care.
Asian.
Actually, carry on.
They traveled on the Phoenix Lights, making first contact with Earth. That's what they say. And Caesarian, I feel like I've heard of that. Caesarian race will be the 3rd group to make contact. And Caesarian is almost like reptilian because it's like dinosaur, but it's just like
it's awful close to Sarian.
Sarian, yeah. Yeah, and also that sounds like some fucking Dragon Ball Z shit. I am Sarian, I fight you, Goku. You know what I mean? It kind of sounds like a little.
Isn't it the Sarian race?
No, it's not Syrian like that planet Sirius, because there's a Syrian race.
That's a fucking planet not to be taken lightly.
The newest hybrid children are called freelancers. They travel on a ship with the Xinglengyaya, whatever, those weird-ass aliens, awaiting their Earth arrivals. Supposedly, all the races will make contact by 2025, man!
Is that when they're gonna do it?
That's when they say, man. It's like they always like, oh, well, there was like, like I believe in a lot of this shit, and some of it's got to be taken with a grain of salt, obviously. But I do believe there's aliens out there, and who knows what type of creatures they are,
could be for sure,
or anything like that. Like who really knows? But I enjoy talking about it because it's fucking weird. But like, I don't know, like what these fucking beings doing up there, and they're gonna wait till everyone's always like, oh, they're supposed to come in the 80s, and no, now they're gonna come in 2030, and then it's like 2030 is like, oh, they meant 2050.
They were supposed to come in 2008.
Yeah, I know. 2012.
Then 2012, then 2016, then 2020, then 2021.
There was something with 2011 too, or like just before 2012, they thought this huge event was gonna happen. Good old being young in the time of. Oh yeah,
you know what the best thing is?
The
though?
Y2K.
At the end of the day, let's say for just the 2000 Y2K. Anyways,
the planes are gonna fall out of the sky.
Well, you know what? They were, they thought, the electrical surge, right? But at least that was kind of like
plausible, yeah.
You know what? Y2K is the only fucking conspiracy I've ever fucking heard in my life where I'm like, wow, you actually had like a little bit of knowledge behind that one. It wasn't just absolutely fucking random.
You realize you're on a conspiracy theory podcast. You realize that, right?
Well, no, it's some of the
shit.
They're fun to listen
Alex
to for
Jones has fucking been right. As much as he's crazy, he's been right.
No.
About
But
what
I'm gonna say though is like anytime anybody predicts like a year,
and
the reason it never seems to work out is because let's say that's true. Let's say aliens were planning on coming and do it by 2025. Let's say that was true. When the fuck
Who
would
got
they
this
go?
Info?
Here you go, buddy. Here's the info for you.
No, I totally
tell
agree.
everybody else.
Because it's always
like, how the fuck do you know that?
I was chosen.
Yeah, and 9 times out of 10, they're fucking psycho.
Yeah. Some guy named Jeb, I always say that, or Cletus out in his farm, he's like, well, the aliens say, I got to tell you guys that they're coming soon. They said 2025. This guy's like, let me write this in my book.
It's like, why did you give us,
sir? It's
why
David
did you
Icke.
give us so many years? Why wouldn't you tell us like next week?
Yeah,
by the way, we're coming next week.
Yeah.
Go
ring,
prepare.
Hello.
Like, you think we're going to remember? And like, what do we need to prepare for? Why are they giving us 10 years time? Like, he probably said that in like 2015, 2025. So, like, what are we supposed to be building for them? We don't know what to build. He didn't remember the rest of the fucking message. So it's just like 2025, and we're like, okay, cool.
Cletus, what else did they say?
I don't remember. I was pretty drunk.
Yeah, exactly. So hybrid children members believe that every person on Earth is already a hybrid created from thousands of years of breeding with aliens. That's kind of my theory, though, about how there's, and I've said this before, right? That why there's black people and Asian people and Hispanic people, and can't mention white people, but you know what I mean? That we're all different types of people and humans and stuff, right? And it's just, I just think who knows, but like I think that we got seeded by aliens, and there's a lot of people that theory that like obviously we were created by aliens, that's why there's so many different races, but that there's a theory that the aliens just fucked off. They're like, nah, they're not important, whatever, and they just left forever, and they're never coming back.
That could be, yeah.
They just left their pyramids and shit, and was like, this race is stupid. They just
guys
follow
like
everything the government says.
You guys really don't think, do you?
Yeah, you don't question anything. So, which I think is kind of crazy, which could, who knows? The members also say that children born on Earth more recently are more highly evolved than those generations before them. Bullshit. Yeah, all these kids are so fucking smart nowadays, and they're fucking sitting on their phones. We have all these young kids working. One kid I was working with was 16. They're just like helping over the summer and stuff at the shop, and then Mitch was saying that the two kids at night, they're like 18, and it's just like they didn't know the one kid didn't know who fucking Seth Rogen was. You know who Biggie Smalls was. You never seen like Superbad.
What?
And it's just like, it's so fucking weird to me. I'm like, man, like, we used to like, remember when we were kids and you used to want to find, like, you would go.
I can one up you, and I think I've said this before. It was a fucking 15-year-old like 2 years ago, so he's 17 now. He was 17 currently. Thunderstruck by AC/DC came on, and I just out of curiosity, I was being a dick, and I was like, I was like, do you know who this is? And he's like, no. I'm like, oh shit, actually? I'm like, it's AC/DC. He's like, who's that? I was like, what?
That's so fucking weird.
And then I just started going through like all the old rock bands. I'm like, Jimi Hendrix? He's like, no. I'm like, The Who? He's like, no. I'm like,
ABBA?
Fucking, I'm like, Rolling Stones? He's like, no. I'm like, are you fucked?
It's fucking weird because
what
like,
is happening
even
right now?
When me and Mitch were talking about how crazy it is that the way that kids are nowadays and how like they don't know any of this shit. But we're like, when we're 90s kids and we would listen to music from the 70s or 80s or watch movies from the 70s or 80s. When we were young, it was like taboo to watch a rated R movie because you couldn't access it every day. Is go on Netflix and click on the adult account, and then or whatever streaming app you're on, or it's right there. You can download the movies for free. We used to have to like
sneak into the theater.
Them. Yeah,
or and then they'd ID you.
Yeah, because or you'd buy a ticket and go see one movie, and then you'd sneak into the rated R movie while the fucking concessioners weren't looking and shit. Yeah. But it is weird. I just find that recently talking to a couple younger kids of I guess Generation Z, it is weird that they're born past 2000 to me all the time. But I just find that they're fucking stupid. They don't only know what school taught them, and it's just like fucking, or what the phone taught them.
Not only that, and you know what's actually, actually, you know what's actually
to their phone.
Extremely fucked up though is 90% of the kids that I talk to like are actually really fucking smart.
Yeah,
like,
there is some smart
they're not,
kids. Yeah.
No, they're not. No, I'm not saying smart like they're critical thinkers, but they absorb knowledge, and like all of them do.
Yeah, I agree. I know I've seen that.
All
too.
of those kids are like going to school and they're absorbing everything, and it's like, holy fuck, I didn't absorb like 20% of that. No, but I'm not saying like
I know
that's good or bad. I'm more or less impressed. I'm like they talk about things like that, and I was like, how the fuck are you guys all like taking in everything? I was like, I took in like 20%.
Those dumb kids out there, those ones that just smoke too much weed. Of like
course,
us.
but even that though, those are dying off. Like kids are becoming a lot smarter than they've ever been. Well, it's because they constantly
have a fucking cell phone in their hand. They can learn any information. Kids just sitting there, he's like
in 2 seconds. But they're learning, but they're also absorbing, which is crazy. They're not just like it's not in one ear and out the other.
Harry Potter came out in 2001, and the director was blah blah blah. Like they just like no facts because they can just fucking.
I didn't mean like that. I meant
I'm just joking. So the organization also suggests that, oh God, people with autism operate on a higher frequency that isn't capable with Earth's density.
Haven't we already like kind of said that though?
I don't remember ever talking about that.
No, I mean us as a race. Like they always said, autistic people are like, and obviously they're way fucking smarter than us. They just don't have social skills.
No. I was talking about this with my woman, my Chelsea girl, and I was saying like because I believe my mom screamed at me the other day on the phone. She's like, "That's not fucking true." But I believe my own opinion is that some vaccines cause autism, and people can say whatever they want or freak out. But Rob Schneider, that weird fuck, he believes that. There's a lot of people out there that believe that, and even though those inserts that they give you, the corona vaccine one's blank as fuck, but every other vaccine has one, and it even says side effect could lead to autism and like Bell's palsy, shit like that. There's all those side effect painfuls. Right. But like the fact that I do believe that, but there is and I was talking about how there's such a big spectrum. Every kid is autistic now, like more often than ever. We had only a couple kids in our school, or like you've talked to even people older, and it's only a couple of them. But now it's like anything. You could have a really smart kid that's like Asperger's or whatever, right? Asperger's. And they're like super smart, but they're just like in their own head. But then you have the ones that are like full blown, like can't think and shit. You know what I mean? That it's like even.
But that's even that they just can't vocalize. Like their thought process though is fucking like insane.
No, but there's those kids, those really the bad behavioral. Well, I don't want to say anything that I don't want to say. I already been called an ableist on this fucking podcast by someone, but I got nothing against people that have handicaps at all. Not one little bit. I just kind of feel bad. I said, to be in a broken body essentially, because that's what you're technically kind of is. But they don't need to be broken. They can achieve and get better. But I'm just.
But could you imagine
it's such a
like
wide thing? It's just like this kid's
though.
autistic and now this kid's autistic and they're completely different. That's my point.
I know, but those ones that can't vocalize are broken, as you said.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a bad choice.
I know.
But anyways, fuck. Who's to say like even though they can't vocalize it, like who's to say they don't have the same brain power? I don't know. Have we operated on?
Well, I'm talking about
autistic people before.
I don't know. I'm talking about like.
I'm curious. I want to look at like operation studies. Have we used them as test labs?
I know this is really bad.
I'm sure back in the 80s they did.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm sure people have autopsied people that have autism, and I'm talking about everyone that's handicapped. I'm talking about autism and the fact that like I had a teacher, a grade 11 teacher, and she was a woman from India and moved here, and she was going to be a nurse in India, but she chose to teach. And she said for a fact, I know my kid was not autistic until he was 3 and he got his vaccine, but he's like a big kid, one of those like just makes sounds and is like so far off the charts. And that's what I'm saying. It's such a big. Okay,
this is funny though.
Such a big
funny.
Span.
Sorry, I just googled. Have autistic people ever been tested?
I'm sure they have.
It was a bad choice of words while I was typing it. But what's even funnier right now is all that's coming up is autism tests for adults. Did you know you were autistic or no?
Doesn't make Tom Segura make a joke about that? I'm pretty sure he does. Like, I'm not tested. I think I'm autistic now.
That's Jim Jeffries.
Oh, yeah.
No, Jim Jeffries like, I was on the spectrum. He's like, I called my mom. She wasn't surprised.
It's
I was like,
funny.
That's not nice.
And that's what I'm saying. My only point to all this is that it's such a far-reaching thing that it seems like they just diagnose every kid with autism. Oh, you kind of like, you don't really like people and you're an introvert. Oh, you're autistic. It's just like they have to label everything. Just my point, because I think it's kind of ridiculous. Every kid has something wrong with them nowadays. The organization also suggests that, I said that people with autism are on the higher frequency that is not compatible with Earth's density. Earth's density is referred to as the third density, so they can't operate on here, which is kind of a weird thing. Hybrid children community members refer to their hybrid children as freelancers. Stupid. Supposedly, when the freelancers,
that's stupid.
It's just it's a weird word for it. You do?
I like it.
It's a weird word for it. Supposedly, when the freelancers come to Earth, they will mate with existing human children, creating the six.
What's a children?
No, I said it slow because I was like, "What?" So when they come to Earth, they're gonna fuck the kids.
Yeah, but you said slowdren.
No, because I was just reading it slow. You fucking because I
And
was
you
realizing
said the
what it
word
said.
slow.
I was realizing what the fuck it would say because
And
I'm
they're
like,
gonna mate with the children.
so they're gonna fuck the kids. So the kids that are hybrid kids are gonna fuck the other kids that are not hybrid kids. Sounds a little fishy.
That's rape.
Yeah, I was like, that sounds. And then create the 6th hybrid alien race.
No, our society ain't having
No,
that.
smackety mac mac.
Fucking stupid.
The 6th race will be called galactic humans.
Oh, I want to be one of them. Actually, I changed my mind.
You do?
Kinda. They sound like tough.
Just like when you meet someone, be like, I am Billy. I am a galactic human.
That sounds awesome. Like I really want to do that.
The HCC members insist that freelancers will form a new type of existence, awakening humankind to infinite expressions. Whatever that means. That can mean a million fucking things.
It's like he's happy, sad, and mediocre, and
all
angry,
at the same time.
and frustrated and fuming. And why do I have way more adjectives for angry than I do for happy? Joyful and
angry,
cheerful.
Angry. I guess angry is an expression, but it's not an emotion. It's a reaction, people. But it's good to be mad, man. You gotta let it out. Sometimes you just gotta scream to the top of the world that I'm mad and I'm not gonna take it anymore. And you go to your window.
You know what's cool? I was literally gonna wait till the end of the episode to say this, but this is kind of like a good chime-in point for this. It was gonna be a little completely off topic, of course, but
yeah.
You just kind of set me up for it. I've been saying this for so many fucking years, and it's driving me nuts that nobody's listening to me.
Who are you talking to?
Everybody, including yourself, like everybody. Nobody's ever actually like. People will be like, "Oh yeah, for sure, that's true," but nobody ever like takes it to heart.
Okay, what is
your fucking mind can control your entire day?
Yeah, yes, 100%.
When you're angry, that's because you made yourself angry.
Yeah, 100%. That's true.
Like you don't need to be mad. It's you need to put yourself in a better fucking mind frame, and nothing will piss you off ever.
Yeah, my mom always used to say, which used to piss me off when I was mad, but she's like, "I didn't make you angry. You made yourself angry." And I've heard that my entire life. I understand, but I'm saying to get angry about stuff that is wrong, that is bad, is a good thing. If you don't, well,
okay,
they're fucking kids. That's okay. Let's just let it happen.
No, not that. But you don't have to get mad. You can just make it right. You can be happy while you're doing it. You can be like a psychopath, like stabbing him but smiling.
We're gonna hunt down Kevin Spacey now that he got all his charges dropped and everyone mysteriously died. Everyone mysteriously died or disappeared.
On Kevin Spacey, who died?
All the people supposedly the one kid just disappeared that was supposed to come out against him. I think the first kid, and then somebody else disappeared, and all these people were just disappearing, and then his case just got dropped, and now he's gonna star in a new movie supposedly. It's like, oh, forget it, man. He got enough money. Who forget he fucked boys, the little boys.
Kevin Spacey. That one made me sad, to be honest. I didn't want to believe that one.
Fuck. I know, because he was a good actor, but he's fucked, obviously. Human children community members claim that the Earth is a third density reality, limiting individuals to connect with other people and nature. This dense reality prevents human from achieving higher frequencies, which is also, it's whatever. Well, it's kind of a little bit of both. But the fact that we supposedly, when you come here to Earth, when you reincarnate here, this Earth, the third reality, is one of the worst places you can come, but it's a journey. You're supposed to be volunteer. That's what a lot of you won't. Billy might not believe this, or I don't even know if I do, but that they just say that when you come here, that you kind of choose to come here because it's going to be a hard time, and you have to learn lessons to get to a better reality. Kind of thing.
Which I've always hell, you know what? To the end of the day, I said, like, out of all of the theories that there are, like, I enjoy that one more than any of the other ones.
You could come here and you
I enjoy that one. I was like, fuck yeah. I was like, you got to go through it and you do it and you advance. It's like a job. And it's like, I fucking like that.
That's what people think.
I like that structure.
What's the meaning of life? The meaning of life is to learn as much as you can and be a good human and then go on the next.
Die.
Yeah, then go on the next. Hopefully the next life. You know what I mean? So the HCC actually hosts vibrational values talks about changing the current economy and shifting the Earth to the fourth density reality. So, like you said, they just talk about it.
Yeah,
They
no
sit
shit.
there in
Isn't
a
that
community and they're like,
Yeah.
so this is how you change it. But the thing is, I'm starting to like eat better. I'm trying to stay away from any GMO foods. I'm like,
Are you?
we're going, yeah,
Nice.
we're going
That's good for you.
locally. It's kind of cool because down the street from where we're at, they have
That
like a
shit's
farmer's
expensive, though.
market.
Fuck me,
It's actually
man.
not bad because it's straight from the
Oh,
farmers.
the farmers markets aren't bad, but I'm
They're
trying to
awesome.
say, trying to
Oh, I
eat like
know.
healthy at
I
a
know.
grocery store is like fuck.
Because
me.
you start reading everything. Like I never eat cereal anyway, but there's like this horrible red
I
dye
love
shit in it.
cereal.
It's like
I
super
love
poisonous
cereal.
if you read the
I
label.
love it so much. I could eat that all the time.
That's
I love it. It's so good.
I remember I got like fruity pebbles like once, and I ate like a bowl or two, and I was like, so "This is awesome," and then I just didn't eat them ever again. They sat in my cupboard, so there was
No,
probably
but
holes in them.
here's a fucking like quick like that's a serious point. I don't want
Yeah.
to just like go off it because like that is like I've been saying it. I'll
Oh,
try
yeah,
not to
yeah.
do this on any other episode, but I want to like fully get it out on this one.
Yeah.
So I was sad for a long time, and I pretty like it to be blatant. Obviously, it was harder than this, but I basically said stop being sad. Stop! Don't do that. I'm not done.
I know.
Take that off. But anyways, I was again. There was a more of a journey than
Yeah,
that for sure. But at the end of the
obviously,
day,
yeah.
it was just like stop being sad, and sure as shit, like it was gone.
No, it
and
is.
Then
I
was,
believe that
And then I
too.
was sitting there fucking battling addiction. I was like, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
So I was like, stop being addicted, and then it was gone.
Yes, your mindset. Your mind is extremely powerful. Billy's right.
And that like I'm not done though. And then I started working, and it was about 3 months ago. I said, fuck this. Let's start making money. Sure as shit. I find this new opportunity
that's
that
true.
just falls into my lap that I'm suddenly eligible for and become a prodigy at.
Yeah.
And then it just fucking comes to me.
He's
And
the
then
prodigy.
I'm like, honestly,
Damn,
no, it's whatever
son.
you fucking want, man. Whatever you want, you tell
You
yourself you
manifest
want,
it,
and
yeah.
you tell yourself you fucking deserve it, and you're gonna get it.
Okay, keep shouting.
no
about
matter
it. We'll
what.
just tell everyone. Make it heard in the back.
Do I have to show? Is that your TikTok method?
Yeah, I
Sorry.
know, literally. I'm just joking, but
Stop
no,
being fucking sad.
You're right.
Grow up. You deserve it.
You deserve it, people.
Fucking think.
Yes. And that's what I want to try to do because I've had my ups and downs in life. This kind of turned into
Yeah.
a weird, sad PSA. But
Whatever.
I want to get with nature more, and I want to eat better, and I want to exercise more, and get out and do things. And especially because I feel like this pandemic has like locked us down, where it's like you didn't want to go for a walk. Most people were like, "Oh, I'm not going
That's
outside
all-
and going for a walk because
Yeah,
they
that's
told
all
me
you're
not
allowed to do. Because
Like,
that's all you're allowed to do.
It's-
and
yeah.
you're like, I'm not doing the only thing you said I'm allowed to do.
But I think this is the
it was
start
like a
of
little bit of
change, too.
vengeance.
It's the start of a change of people like thinking about like during the lockdown they had so much time to think to be like what can I change about my life? How can I do this
Yeah.
better? You know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah, so they have these meetings and they channel their energies, and members say that individuals in that reality will be able to connect with everything around them, becoming multi-dimensional beings, which would be awesome. Would love
That'd be
that.
pretty cool.
I want
Fuck
to
yeah.
is the fourth density.
I'd like that a lot. That'd be so sick.
You're supposed to be able to like think about an apple, and then an apple appears in your hand. I want to get stoned, and it's like
Oh,
a
dude,
palm
I'm
appears, or you just
almost there.
stoned.
I still try to use the Force on a daily basis.
I just walk into a fucking department store and I say, and when the doors slide open, I'm like,
Oh,
that's my
well,
mind.
that's a corny joke because you know they're gonna open. I'm sitting here by myself. Nobody's around, looking at the beer can, trying to get it to come
Like,
to
can
my
you
hand. without
imagine that
moving.
one day it does, and you're like, what the fuck? I have superpowers.
Nobody would believe
Yeah,
me.
I know nobody would.
Not one fucking person would believe me.
Why didn't I film that? You just film yourself every day trying to do
And
it.
even that though, even if I did, they'd be like, "Wow, that was a cool string trick."
Yeah, I
They'd be
know.
like, "What the fuck?"
Oh, fuck, no one believes me. One hybrid children community tenant is form from the laws of creation. So this is, I guess, what he talks about. The 10 states that the people are eternal, and they're existing at different points of time. Which there is theories about that, with your soul can't actually be here fully, and how your soul can't actually connect with the third density reality. The third density reality actually can't connect here. So you have only like 30% of your soul is here, and then some of it's off somewhere else, and that's why you have sometimes weird dreams. That's just one weird theory.
Yeah,
that
could be.
you know that your soul can't sit fully in this third. That's what they talk about, speaking
Your
to your
soul's
higher
got
self.
ADHD.
Yeah, it can't be.
It's like I gotta move.
I gotta go places. Yeah, so who knows, like, because this reality is a weird, strange thing. Is that's maybe how you can manifest things. Is because your higher self is above you, kind of pulling the string chords. That's why if you wish for something and want something, like you said, it might take a bit because the density is slow. But that's in the fourth dense reality. Billy could be like, oh, I want an awesome job, boom, and then it just happens. But sometimes it takes a while for your mind to put it out in the universe. And the HAC member also believe that people can simply be ideas and they can be in different places at once, blah, blah, like we said. Aside from communicating with their hybrid children, the hybrid children community members commit to a vegetarian and vegan diets. Of course they do. They sell handmade crackers. This is what they do, Billy. They're making a movement. They're selling homemade crackers and nori bites. I don't know what a nori bite is. I'm assuming like it's like a pretzel cracker thing.
And I just gotta ask right now. Oh, okay. I was like, I just gotta ask. Did you mean Nanaimo?
No, Nanaimo bars. That's in bites.
Yeah.
That's in bites.
I know.
So the HCC members eat these food to avoid bread, supposedly. So they eat potatoes. They eat
potatoes to avoid yeast.
Yep.
That's kind of funny.
Corn and other cooked foods do not have the living life force that the body needs. Oh, so they don't
corn
eat.
Does.
They avoid eating bread, potatoes, corn, and other cooked foods, I guess, which is stupid because potatoes without butter's bad for you. Potatoes are like, well, even Chelsea's mom was saying how they were like a root vegetable, that it takes all the goodness from the earth and goes into the potato. It's like sweet potatoes are like a superfood. Potatoes are good for you. It's just butter that's fucking bad for you.
And potatoes taste like shit with it.
Yeah, I know. It was good. Kevin Smith, after he had his heart attack, he was talking about how he went onto the potato diet, and he said, like, I realized, like, I used to love French fries and baked potatoes. He's like, I realized I didn't like potatoes. I liked butter because he's like, potatoes taste like shit on their own.
They're bad, man. They're gross.
He's like, I just put like a little pepper on and shit, and he's like, it tastes not great.
A little better. You just dude, I'd drench it in hot sauce then.
Oh yeah, well yeah, because hot sauce.
The only way I'd be able to eat it.
Some hot sauces is good for you. Like hot peppers have been proven. Some hot sauces. So, so they avoid all these foods. It is likely that the freelancer children will eat these foods. Obviously, why wouldn't they, right? Since they have vegan and vegetarian diets as well. Just push that agenda, because now they're trying to push this agenda of that. Obviously, I agree. Like killing animals is kind of morbid a lot of times, but you get the most protein most times from animals. So we just didn't adapted that to our diet after obviously years of growing as humans. But like they're trying to push that whole thing.
That's not true though.
Okay, whatever.
No. Listen, I totally agree with that. Like, you get so much fucking vitamins and protein from animals.
There is stuff you can eat vegetarian diet that's good.
But
alkaline diet.
The healthiest way to possibly eat is being vegan.
It's alkaline diet.
But you have to do it fucking correctly.
I know.
Like, and if you don't, you're fucking your body.
No,
like,
I know, it's true.
You have to watch what you eat so hard when you're vegan, like, as opposed to just eating anything and then you get a little bit of protein here, a little bit of vitamins there, and it kind of works out. If you want to be healthy and be a vegan, you got to be so fucking conscious of what you're eating.
No, I agree.
And how much you're eating.
Because they say that the healthiest diet, and even like Vinny Paz talks about this in one of his songs too, is like
being vegan.
An alkaline diet where you stay away from GMO foods, anything that's processed, breads, everything, which is so hard nowadays to do.
It's so
I'm gonna eat a
hard.
fucking tomato every time I'm hungry. That sounds great.
Yeah, you want to know? Actually, you know what? I'll shut him out on here too. Fucking, if you want a good diet like that, I highly recommend. He comments on the page all the time. His name is Mark. He's a good friend of mine from Alberta, and he's gone like fully alkaline, no GMO.
Yeah, it's kinda cool.
He grows his own vegetables.
That's what I want to do. Grow my own shit.
And like he pretty much and he only goes to fresh markets and to get fruit and veggies. And other than that, like he doesn't even go to grocery stores. And like he's like you can see the ray of sunshine coming off him.
Well, that's what I want to start doing.
Focuses on what he eats.
I'm still gonna eat
Went
meat,
fully vegan, fully fucking vegan.
I said Chelsea, she will never, but I've said like, oh yeah, maybe when I'm like 35, I'll be vegetarian. She's like, I'm gonna keep eating meat. But now we're trying to go with more locally. Like, we know where the farms that it comes from.
It is what it is.
Stuff.
Like, I like it too much. That's the thing, though, too. Like, I told you about this as well. My sister-in-law's she went to school for about 5 years to be a nutritionist.
Yeah.
And she finished her degree and then never did anything with it. And I was like, why not? She's like, because it's so fucking corrupt.
Yeah.
She's like,
I know,
in the school, they actually teach you correctly of what's good and what's bad, and then everybody sells out right after school. So once you do the 5 years, Coca-Cola or another big product comes up and goes, shit. "Oh, you got a degree?" It's like, would you like to make $5 million tonight?
True, yeah. I know. And then
all you have to do is put this PSA saying that our product isn't even that bad due to science.
Yeah,
and then,
well, that's
and then a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah,
comes out.
you're so fucking right. Because even that's the whole thing with people who are like, well, like the vaccine wasn't approved by the FDA, so it's bad. But at the same time, in that whole conversation, the FDA has passed a lot of shitty, fucking terrible things, foods, like a lot of the shit that you get at grocery stores is really bad.
Actually, you know what? That was literally my argument too, and I remember saying that to you. I think I said it to you drunk off the podcast. I was like, "Why do people keep saying that?"
Yeah, you said that. I was like,
"Why are you?" I was like, "You don't trust the government, but you trust the FDA."
Yeah, I know.
I was like, "What's happening right now?"
I would be like, "No, I think that exact same thing because it is weird. Like, of course they're gonna pass all these.
Like, why is that an argument
things
at all? Like,
I know. The guys, and then the FDA is like, "We're not gonna prove it unless it goes through our rigorous testing. We have Chuck down the road, fucking lick it and see, and then we wait.
See what happens then."
So, in order to prepare the hybrid children to migrate to Earth, the hybrid children community members are building acceptable homes for their offspring. They're just like building like a fucking ramshack shed. Like it's just like a bunch of boards put together. That would be good. The main community headquarters are located in Arizona, because that city has the highest frequency spot in the Western Hemisphere, and it resonates at 33 degrees. Sounds a little fucking Masonic. And the HCC members said that Arizona provides the perfect setting for the idea of sharing, which I don't know what the fuck they mean. Sharing children with hybrid children so they can fuck each other, because that's what they wanted, they said.
Probably.
Yeah, that was the hybrid alien weird community. I said we're going to kind of have a part 2 of the alien sexual encounters.
I want to quick shout him out again. Oh, you follow him. You follow him on your page and the Strange Brew page.
I think so, yeah.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Show me his picture.
I'm going to shout out his...
Show me his picture. Oh, yeah. That kid's like always like, oh, fucking cool. He always likes my
Mark.
shit.
That was my roommate in Alberta.
Yeah, he's chill. He likes all my shit.
Here,
cool.
I'm actually going to shout him out too. You want to fucking follow somebody that's actually going to do really good for your health and actually like does a lot of fucking research, and I trust him with more than anything.
Yeah.
His Instagram handle is Trevi_Antronetti.
Is his name Trevor?
TREVI_ANDRETTI. So his name is Mark. Trevi's his middle name. But go follow him, or just fucking find my Instagram handle and then fucking search.
You're
Trevi.
not gonna have Instagram soon because you're gonna delete it.
Yeah, so you better do it quick.
I agree. Social media is getting fucked. So that I said there would be a part 2 of the sexual encounter, so we kind of covered that. Next week
we're doing a part 2.
No, for once, and we're gonna get into some part 2s eventually when it comes up on certain episodes. But we're gonna probably dive into some true crime next week. Let's like shake it up a bit, get back to some dirty, gritty murder, because it's time.
It's time for. Billy's fun fact of the day.
It's his fun fact. He's excited about it.
Yo, dude, like literally since 1980, that recently, fucking since 1980.
Yeah.
A lot of doctors believe that babies couldn't actually feel pain.
What?
So a lot of the surgeries that were performed on them were performed without anesthesia.
What the fuck? They literally thought that babies couldn't feel pain.
Yeah, and it's kind of like, well, I get it in a sense where it's like puppies, newborn animals are a lot more resilient to things like pain, but yeah, I guess.
It's like torturing these kids and they didn't even think.
Well, yeah, they're like, he needs heart surgery. Fuck it.
Oh, what the fuck? That's crazy.
Isn't that nuts?
Yeah, it is like there, as much as like I am and stuff, there is a lot of botched circumcisions that happen and shit. So it's like,
well, I guess if it was something as serious, heart surgery, they put him under because they don't want him squirming.
No, they're like, no, they're probably cutting open their fucking brain, be like, he needs the brain surgery.
Even that when they would do the circumcisions, they're like, he can't actually feel pain.
He's like
just crying because he's scared.
Yeah,
he's out of the womb. Fuck him.
Fuck. Let's
like,
just
what the fuck? That's literally as early as 1980. That's insane.
Why would they think they don't feel pain? That's like disgusting.
Well, it's the same. Actually, to be fair, my dog had puppies, and watching her handle her puppies terrifies me.
Yeah.
She'll like it's so aggressive.
Yeah.
She ragdolls those fucking things, and like I swear to God, she's gonna break their fucking neck. But I was like, okay, well, it's good, I guess.
I guess
like,
they do that now in the wild.
She cleans them up and she'll like lick them, but her tongue like grabs on and she'll like throw them like 5 feet in the air. They'll land on their neck and they're totally fucking fine. And I was like, what the fuck just happened?
I guess we should start doing that to human babies. Just like lick them clean and throw them to the side. They'll probably be
pretty
fine.
much. That's pretty much.
That's kind of crazy, man. That's kind of crazy.
Isn't that cool though?
So,
that's nuts.
Yeah, so that's crazy. So stay tuned for next week on Strange Brew Podcast, like a fucking 90s cartoon show.
Next week. I like it.
Yeah, but we'll get into some true crime shit soon, and we're going to have a lot of stuff coming up. And then, obviously, it's halfway through the summer. When we start leading up to things like October, we're going to talk about some real fucked up shit. So, I was your host, fucking Tomcat, you know my name. Just go follow my shit. Tomcat Hip Hop. Let's get up the fucking Strange Brew Podcast Instagram, because who knows how long our Facebook will last. And I'm gonna be posting more memes and stuff on there, some fun shit, clips from the podcast.
I'm about to straight up just leave social media. So yeah, it is what it is. You want to follow me currently? Cool. Nobody listens anymore.
Literally, nobody cares. It's so annoying to read the fucking news every fucking day. And even like, I like listening to some of the conspiracy theories and keeping my mind open to stuff. But even now, it's just like, can we just fucking figure out what's going on?
Man.
Jesus. All right, so we love all you guys. Go to www.strangebrewpodcast.com. Get some merch. We love you guys. Have a great day on this weird, strange earth. And if you see a kid who looks like a hybrid kid, make sure you ask him how he's doing.
If you're cutting the lawn and you see that rock, don't pick it up. See what happens.
Be a man.
Be a man. Break his window.
You wrote the note before you jumped off the ledge. All I know for sure is you're fucking dead. Coke up your nose and crushed up meds. Lord only knows what was stuck in your head when you killed yourself. I wrote the song, but will it help to warn those that are still in hell? Let's just feel this out. Stop putting pills in your mouth. Is this how you wanna be remembered? You killed yourself last December. Wounds won't heal, still tender. Words cold as steel. I read the letter in a coffin, laying still, dead forever. Fuck the world, I couldn't have said it better. Didn't trust girls till when I met her. She was willing to love me in all my endeavors. Will I ever give up? No, I'll never turn back from a love that you couldn't measure.
Lost, sick, these mind games of violence. Is this another stone I hit? Miles away when all I see is your face, and I'm not in the right headspace. It printed in my brain. Lost the moments, now I'm torn and broken. Holding close to vodka soaking. Words left unspoken, sobriety token. I need you more than anything. Fuck man, can't you see? Cause I'm killing myself when you stop breathing. I need you beside me, we were the 18, but I guess that's gone. Phone rang not once, why didn't you reach out? You never rang the bell. I would've ran fast as hell to pick you up off the ground, but I guess that's easier said than done. We drifted apart, but in my heart you're number one. Cause that bond we had just rarely comes, and I'll never know what demons you face, but I promise you one thing, I'll take their place. Cause there are people that love you. There are people that love you. I said there are people that love you. I said there are people that love you. I said there are people that love you. So think of them, gray skies will turn blue. Lost, sick, these mind games of violence. Is this another stone I hit? Miles away when all I see is your face, and I'm not in the right headspace, imprinted in my brain.